Welcome to another GenerationD20.com draft.
Yep, in this case, it's going to be just a light draft beer. And I don't even know if we have any beer.
A very light.
Very, very light, apparently. Bob apparently had to quote unquote work, and then he has quote unquote family things next week.
Yes.
So he
Highly
is, no
suspect.
quote, a punk. And there you go.
Yeah. And it'd be one thing if there was like travel for the holidays.
But no, he's just going to be squatting in his house, burning his furniture.
Yeah.
Sucking spam out of a can and pretending that it's turkey.
Yeah. And why the Wednesday night before Thanksgiving is sacred when you're going to be spending the whole day with your family the next day. Hey.
All right.
All right.
Xenagoat.
We may lose, but at least we got a $8 card.
Well,
And
so
this,
you know what? Then we can't lose.
right. And this guy makes 2 2s. I mean,
Is he pretty decent?
yeah. And red green is not the worst combination.
I like the show.
So from there, an asp. It's just fine. It's big. It's bad. It's
Wood.
there's wood in the picture. Be with us, extra large cards up here.
Anytime now. Must have been a hard pick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or someone's disconnected. I can't remember the last time I first picked a planeswalker though. That's
Battlemaster.
yeah, probably at this point in the draft, Battlemaster. I'd like the Ordeal also, but I'd rather get a few more creatures. Green and red have quite a few combat tricks if we are really looking to make the Battlemaster more masterful.
So I would say probably either the Burnished Heart or possibly the Rage.
Yeah,
I mean, I could also see the Satyr, but I think there's a chance he'll come back.
yeah. I Rage isn't the best, but there have been a fair number of drafts where I just don't get any removal. So
So probably that.
yeah.
Death Bellow Raider.
Here, maybe Unicorn?
Sure. It would
We
probably
don't have
either
any
be
free
that or the
drops.
Death Bellow Raider,
Yeah,
which I know he has to attack, but 2/3 for 2 is pretty good.
yeah. With the right support, he can be very good.
Defend the Hearth. I don't know what it does. No, it's a fog.
Shredding Winds is decent. There are enough like bomby flying creatures that
Okay.
having something like that for the sideboard, it's not all bad. Fade into Antiquity is a good, like if they get one of the gods or one of the legendary equipment blah blah blahs, then you can just exile it.
Would we want Hunt the Hunter? Well, I know that it only fights another target green creature. It still gives a +2/+2, even if it's not.
Um,
Target green creature gains control. You control gains +2/+2 until end of turn. Period. It fights target green creature and opponent controls.
sure, let's try it. So Griptide and Omen Speaker are the best cards here, so blue must be a little bit underdrafted. Maybe Spark Jolt.
All right.
Coordinated assault, all the way. That's one of those quality targeting spells. I think Stymied Hopes is the most annoying thing for us there.
So take that.
Yeah.
So probably the Fleet Feather Sandals.
Sure. Not that I expect to play them, but much more playable than those other cards for us. Traveler's Amulet is okay if we ended up splashing.
Do we want to take Boulder Fall? It is technically a removal. It's super expensive.
Yeah, it's just so expensive that I have never
You've
gotten
never
it.
actually used it. Centaurs?
Yeah. We probably won't play them, mostly because there's just a lot of better creatures at the 5 spot, but
Sure.
if it stops someone else from drafting green because they're not getting any green cards,
That's only good.
yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that. So we need a couple early creatures. That's... Ooh!
I think I know what we're taking.
Yep. The God of Green.
I have no idea what we'll see in the set. And look.
Lightning Strike.
Okay.
So yeah, what are things with heavy green costs? There's that Centaur where you gain life equal to devotion to green, that has double green. The 3 casting costs green Centaur.
Our Battle Centaur.
Yeah, our Battle Centaur is double green. Probably the Feral Invocation.
Now, are you sure that we don't want the Foil Rage?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to get to Devotion 5 for our god to turn on, so I would rather cut green as hard as we can this pack and hopefully get some next pack, and then have red be more of like a kind of
A splash?
a splash.
Like a heavy splash?
Right. I mean, maybe a 7 mountains, 10 forests type of a thing, but well, so far we've opened well. Okay, now this is a tough one. Whether to go with a second Battle Master or with the time to feed. Probably the second Battle Master.
Okay. Well, I will say that plus Coordinated Assault, if you had both of them out, would be pretty sweet.
Yes. And Feral Invocation works well with that.
I mean, technically, so does Time to Feed.
Right. I've even spark jolted my own creature.
Just to spike him?
Yeah.
Sure. It's a Volpine Goliath.
This is tough. I can't believe that there's a Wingsteed Rider and a flying
Phalanx Leader?
Phalanx. Yeah, I was trying to say Phalanx. Both still here because those are
pretty boss.
Yeah. Maybe the Wingsteed Rider, cut that just because we don't have much of an answer to flying creatures.
Sure, you don't want the Phalanx Leader?
Well, we could.
I mean, mostly just because we saw what he did that one time.
Yeah.
And
ooh, the Disciple is double green.
Okay.
We're still not getting the really early ones. So best card here is God's Willing. Portent of Betrayal would be the only on-color card.
Is there anything that we want to take besides that?
No, we'll take that.
Okay.
It's not unplayable. Here, probably for Rika's Cure or whatever the black card is, the black
All right.
removal. Warrior's Lesson. That targets 2 creatures and
Okay.
is cheap. So between that and Coordinated Assault. Here, maybe
Observant Alcide.
yeah, probably. That's probably the most useful card to someone else. Another Shredding Winds.
Lost in a labyrinth.
Chronicler of Heroes.
Yo, you all be heroes up in here. Is that what they sound like?
I can't confirm that. Chosen by Heliod. Heliod, yes.
Guess we'll take that one.
Yep.
Whether we want it or not.
New Thassa's Bounty.
It's more absorbent than the old.
Yes.
All right.
So here, I want the Staunch-Hearted Warrior, but probably the Leaf Crown Dryad, just because I don't think we have any 2-drops.
Um, not really. No.
Yeah. And bestow creatures are, I mean, can be very relevant late game also.
Sure.
He's not just a 2/2.
Is it if you bestow on somebody that has heroic, does that trigger them?
Yes.
Sweet.
So Nessie and Asp,
Is what we're taking?
yeah. It's actually one of like the best monstrosity creatures, just because it gets huge. Like, and a 4/5 to start with reach can shut down most kind of white blue flyer
Sure.
decks. And then
We run into it.
Yep. And then suddenly you make him an 8/9, and it's just like, well, we can't deal with that.
Time to feed. Nemesis to mortals.
I don't know which one. It's definitely between those 2 cards. It's a 5/5 that can become a 10/10.
Probably the time to feed.
Yeah. Ooh. The
Acolyte?
Yes, Acolyte. Works well in a Devotion to Green deck. And if we come up here, I know we're not going to play black or white or blue.
We need more creatures. We need cheap creatures.
Emissary isn't cheap, but it's lower.
That's lower than the Volpine Goliath.
Yes,
Sure.
it kind of does its job. Yeah, we're at a point where like our Lightning Strike and our Spark Jolt are going to be extra important because they're hopefully killing whatever they're doing in their early turns.
Sure.
Voyaging Satyr would be awesome. That's the 1/2 for 1 green, 1 colorless that can untap a land
Sure.
to give us some ramp and give us something to do on that turn.
I'm nothing but better than a lay druid.
Um,
I guess
Yep.
we're taking the disciple,
Disciple
again,
again,
though. Unless we take the priest of
yeah. No,
Eros. Iros.
I'm okay with Disciple, like, because we do want to be so heavy
Another
green,
warrior's lesson.
probably so.
Or do we take the crusader?
We could take the Crusader. That would give us something early, and we do have a couple targeting things, so we might be able to make some extra soldier tokens.
Up to you, John.
I'll take the Warrior's Lesson. I don't think we're going to get enough creatures, but
So at this point, we're taking the priest, I guess.
Right. And maybe the fortune hunter.
Triton.
Yeah. I don't. I of course hit our cards, but flamecast wheel.
Sure.
Two-headed Cerberus. And
Spellheart Chimera.
yeah, probably. Scholar. So the good thing is our planeswalker can make creatures.
Right.
It says we have 15 creatures, but 2 of those are priests that we really don't want to play. And
All right. So we're gonna have Hunt the Hunted.
got both warriors lessons. Probably not.
Leaf Crown Druid. Barrel Invocation. At least one Shredding Wind.
Time to feed.
Time to feed.
Acolyte.
Yeah, I think we'll play that one.
Yep.
The Emissary.
And both disciples.
Both Asps.
Probably the Centaur. I mean, definitely the Battle Masters, but probably that too. Our multicolor, yeah, and the unicorn, and then lightning strike, spark jolt, coordinated assault, and rage.
Unless we do the two-headed Cerberus.
Yeah, I guess that.
I mean, at least it's.
Yeah, you put a feral invocation on it, or one of our other bestow creatures, and it's something. So yeah, gets us to 13 creatures.
And keep in mind that the god doesn't count as a creature yet, so that's another one.
Right.
And the planeswalker can make creatures.
Right.
And he doesn't count as one.
Right.
So while it's not good, I don't think we're in as bad a shape as we might be.
Right.
So.
And really, I guess other benefit of this guy is, even if he's the only one out and we attack with him, Warrior's Lesson, we'd draw 2 cards off of him if he was unblocked.
Sure.
So we could kind of leverage him into a fast start.
Double Strike is a very interesting mechanic.
It is. It's in some ways overpowered. Or maybe not overpowered. Ripe for abuse.
Yeah, that's exactly it. All right, well, I think that's the deck.
Yeah. So if we can survive the early onslaught,
we've got nothing.
Yeah, then it gets a lot better.
All right.
We'll see if that happens.